Yes. What is going on, everybody? How are we doing on this Victory Tuesday? I see people already commenting. What's up, Rick? What's up, Lady Lion? Yes, happy Victory Tuesday. Let's go. It's playoff time. I'm feeling it. I just received my shirt yesterday in the mail for the It's a Lock NFC North Champs. NFC North Champs. It's a lock, baby. But now it's playoff time. But I just had to wear my brand new NFC North Champion shirt today. On to the show. Joseph, what's up? Coming in hot? Yes, always. But yeah, if you're in here, say what's up, and we will get this thing started. It is Victory Tuesday. I'm feeling great. It's playoff time. We got the matchup we all thought we were going to get. And we're going to get right into it. John Peterson says, go Lions. Mary Peterson says, hi, Nick. Let's go Lions. Love the shirt. Thank you. I believe that was used with some birthday Christmas money. But, yeah, Lions end on a good note. I'm very happy that we took care of business against the Vikings. The Vikings fans were yapping once again. If we had Kirk Cousins and I didn't say anything to anybody online. I didn't want to be one of those warriors because everybody else was taking care of it for me. And the Lions took care of it anyways. But I can't believe that they still are delusional to think that if Kirk Cousins was there that they were going to win the North. They would have had a better chance. But they started off 1-4 with all their starters. Anyways, we got it done. We won the game. We're moving into the playoffs on somewhat of a high note. Pretty much a high note. We're feeling confident. There were some unfortunate things that happened during the game, and we'll get into that once everybody gets in here. D. James ZW said, what up, Doe? Detroit rocking champion. That's right. We're champs. Finally, so, gotta flaunt it. But yeah, Lady Lion says Stafford is the enemy, and that is the truth. We're going to get into that. We might as well just talk about a few things to get this thing rolling. People are in here. It's 3 minutes into the hour. Let's go. And while we're here letting people come in, I want to show you this. Are you guys down with what Amon-Ra St. Brown has done to his hair for the team here? I personally, I wish I could have put it on right, like a fake little filter on top of me, not the real deal. That's what I was going for. But check out Amon-Ra St. Brown's hair. This is hilarious. He kind of looking at it like, oh, did I really do that? But yeah, he did it. I dig it. It shows his passion towards the team and the city. He loves the Lions. A lot of people I did see were making comments like, that's immature. I saw one guy say, only high school players who make the playoffs dye their hair the color of their team when they make. And I was like, come on, man. This guy is obviously passionate about his team and is very excited to be in the playoffs. He went and did this. I love the passion. I think it's hilarious. But yeah, you guys digging Amon-Ra St. Brown's hair? We'll just start there. Mary Peterson says, always love Stafford, but love the Lions more. That is true, yes. And we will talk way more about that. I know that people have mixed feelings on Stafford and his jerseys being worn and all this stuff. We'll talk a lot about that. But yeah, we ended the year on a high note. Unfortunately, like I said, there were some lows in the game, specifically injuries. But before we get to the injuries, let's talk some positives. Monty got his 1,000-yard rushing season, 13 touchdowns on the year. Big year for Montgomery. Love that he was a part of this team. Love that we brought him in. No disrespect to Maul, but you kind of saw what he did over there with the Saints. I think we made the right move. I think that Jamal would have had a good year with us. Our offensive line is a different monster. But Montgomery, congratulations on a great year. First year with the Lions, and it's not done yet. That's just the regular season. That was 2023, okay, with a game into 2024. But yes, great job. Montgomery. I was hoping that Gibbs was going to get his 1,000-yard rushing year as well this last game. He didn't quite get there, but he did have 1,000 all-purpose yards, 10-plus TDs, a great running back duo. You love to see it. You love to see them rolling and healthy moving forward into the playoffs. While we're talking about a rookie in Gibbs, let's talk about Jack Campbell. 10 tackles and a sack. First rookie for the Lions to do that since 1999. Had a good game. Love to see that out of Jack. He's only going to get better moving forward, and this is the right time to pick up steam because it's playoff time, like I said, and I'm going to keep saying it because we're here. We're here, baby, and I'm excited. I am excited. Yes. All right. I don't know why I said it like that. Excited. That's not. I'm excited. All right. CJ Gardner-Johnson came back. He was looking pretty good. There were a few rust spots that I saw, but overall, I mean, he was back on point. He got a pick. It was an easy pick. It was right to him, but good players put themselves in good positions to make those type of plays, and he was there. I was interested to see how the safety rotation was going to work. They did announce CJ Gardner-Johnson as the starter in the stadium, but he obviously was not out on the field to start the game. It was Iffy and Kirby. But then they worked them all in there, and I kind of like the rotation. You know, Gardner-Johnson was out there for the majority of the game, so I think that he was a little bit more happy with the rotation than what he initially maybe thought it was going to be. So good to see him out there balling out, making a difference in this defense. And, they play with a different edge, a different attitude. Hutch was out there making plays. Good on Hutch. I'm not saying that's from CJ Gardner-Johnson. But that defense, yes, they gave up some big plays. But for the most part, they played nasty. They played with an edge. They were putting it all on the line. They were aggressive. And I like to see that. We're going to have to do that in the playoff game against the Rams, and we'll talk more about that. But, I love seeing CJ Gardner-Johnson back out there with Kirby and Iffy. And, how did you guys feel about the rotation? You think it's going to work well? Do you think we should have one guy or two guys on the field more than the other? I think they all paid their dues this year. I don't think we can keep Iffy off the field the way that he's been playing as of late. Once again, he got to the quarterback, caused an interception. Kirby Joseph has been playing well. He has 4 interceptions on the year. I believe that leads the team. But CJ Gardner-Johnson is back and determined, and you can tell he's just ready to ball out. After the game, he said, "We have 2 more banners to hang," which I love to hear. And he says he'll be damned if he ain't letting that happen, or something along those lines. But he's determined to bring greater things to the city of Detroit. And I love it. So put him out there. He's a ball hawk. He's a gamer. He's a competitor. But how do you feel about the rotation? I personally want to see against the Rams a few packages, or maybe this could be something that helps us the whole game against Kupp and Puka Nacua. Have the guys out there, all of them, CJ Gardner-Johnson, Kirby, Iffy, and Branch. Maybe take a linebacker off here and there, because we know that Branch and CJ Gardner-Johnson both can get to the quarterback. They both can kind of play that nickel and an outside linebacker. They're smaller, but they can cover it against certain teams in certain situations. But how do you feel about the rotation? I think that Gardner-Johnson's definitely going to start the next game. But, yeah. All right. We got some comments coming over here, and then we'll move forward onto some injury news that we were going to get into. But some more positive. Hutch finally getting his. Amon-Ra St. Brown absolutely going off. And we're going to talk about something that happened with him, too. All right. Joseph says, rumor is Amon-Ra asked to play cornerback to shut down Puka. I love the competitiveness in him. I don't know if he's got what it takes to just go out there out of nowhere and shut down Puka. But I mean, if he's been doing the reps at practice and can help out a little bit, get him over there. Run him two ways. The guy is 100% a gamer and will go out there and compete every single play. I trust that he would give it his all. I don't know how that would go down. I love to hear it, though. That's the type of guys that we got. And, I don't think that's going to happen, though. I don't think it's going to happen. Rick Grit, Goff absolutely has to win this game. A loss will define his career, like it or not. Yeah, and, the media is definitely having a heyday with this. And they want to define Goff's career. They definitely will never stop talking about it. Unfortunately for Goff, if we lose this game, and I do not see us losing this game, I think that the boys are going to give it their all to win this one for Goff. They know how important it is. Goff did make a statement. It was either today or yesterday. I just saw the quote. But he said, this is a much bigger game than the Stafford versus him narrative. This is about the team and the special opportunity they have to do what they can do this year. Something along those lines is what Goff said. And I'm with them there. They have to be that way. They can't make it about Goff. He said it would be selfish to make it that way. But you're right. He's not going to be able to avoid the fact that the media is going to run with this no matter what way it goes. Goff is either going to be praised for taking down his old team that gave up on him, and this is his revenge game, or they will define his career at least for another year until we get to that point again. But good point there. Goff is going to have to ball out. We need to win this game. I agree. But let's talk about some things that happened still in the last game. Let's address the Laporta injury. Our stud tight end, Sam Laporta, out of Iowa. Tight end, you made a great catch, got the first down for us, but, nasty looking injury to his knee. Fortunately, it's not as bad as what it initially looked. I was very scared. I was pissed. I wanted everybody out of the game when I first saw that. I was like, okay, that's it. Laporta's done. Get everybody else out. Get them all out. I don't care what happens. When Laporta got hurt, I was upset. And I didn't know how to react. But fortunately, it's not as bad as they thought. It was a hyperextension and a bruised knee, which still is probably very painful. But Dan Campbell says there's an outside chance that he could play this week, which would be amazing. Now, a lot of people are saying don't rush him back. I agree. We don't want to risk tearing anything, having a ligament, get damaged there. But if he's good to go, we maybe need to put him in there. Is there ever going to be another chance this year for him to play again? We risk that if we sit him. So if he's ready to go, let him go. I do say, if it's like if he, he can go, we're going to have to shoot him up. He's going to be playing with a lot of pain, but get out there, kid. I don't know about that. But if he's feeling all right, if he's feeling like he can give it a shot and that he's going to be fine, no further damage, put a brace on it. Let the kid get out there. He's a very, very big part of this offense. I do want to see him make a full recovery, though. But this brings me to another point. We talked about this last week. We didn't quite make it to halftime before that injury. But do you agree with Dan Campbell starting and playing the starters the entire game? Because this was not the only injury that happened. Khalif Raymond suffered a injury, a significant one, that is looking like he's not going to be able to come back from this week. He's going to probably sit out this week is what it's looking like. I know Lady Lion says, what's the news on Khalif Raymond? She asked it right there. It's not looking so hot for Leaf, unfortunately, for this week. They're saying that maybe he could come back in a week or two if we make it that far. But for now, it's not looking good for Khalif Raymond. We did get some good news, though, on Brock Wright. Brock Wright's looking like he's trending on coming back, but also in that game. So the Brock Wright is going to help Sam Laporta if he can't play. Brock Wright can block a little bit. I don't think he's on Laporta's caliber, but he can definitely fill the void a little bit for us, and he's made big plays for us in the past. I trust Brock, and even James Mitchell made a few nice plays. He was out there doing a pretty good job once Sam Laporta came out. But yeah, another slight injury that happened in the game that really made me mad was the one to Amon-Ra St. Brown win. 97 of Minnesota. I think it's Phillips. I don't even care. Dirty player. Knelt super hard into Amon-Ra's ribs. Could have seriously hurt those ribs. I was concerned. I was mad. They took him out. He was over there, kept feeling that area. But then he comes in and gets that massive touchdown. Takes away all my worries. But at the same time, dirty play and could have been costly. And if that would have taken the Sun God out, I would have been livid. But yeah, Khalif Raymond does not look like he's going to be playing Sunday, but who knows? Anything can happen. It's the playoffs. I know all these guys are going to want to get out there. They're going to put their bodies on the line. If he can go, he's going to go. But with that being said, if Leaf can't go, this brings me to another point. And I said this earlier in the season, but it's playoff time now, and I want this to happen. Put J-Mo back there. J-Mo's coming back. J-Mo's back. Put J-Mo back to receive kicks and punts. I know people don't want him to return punts. Just put that hand up there if they're getting close, J-Mo. You'll protect yourself. But this kid is explosive. And from what I hear, San Francisco's scouting report, their special teams coach, said that the Rams, one of their biggest weakness is their return coverage. They look vulnerable there. So what better way to have J-Mo come in as the returner against a weak return coverage team and take it to the house? I just want to see it. It's the playoffs. J-Mo's back. He can make a big play happen anytime. He returned in college. If Leaf's out, let this man get a shot is all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I don't know how you guys feel about that, but I'd like to see it. I'm going to get over here into the comments. I see a few comments going off here, and then I'll get to the next part of my show. But I want to try and stay caught up with the comments today. If you have any questions, let it be known, let it be heard, and I will try to answer them to the best of my knowledge. All right. Here we go. Who's that? Shadow. Shadow says, man, that looks fresh, talking about the shirt. Can't wait till I can order. Yeah, I fortunately had the funds that day. I was saving up for it. I was like, okay, as soon as we win, I know they're dropping the shirts, and I got to have money for it. I saved for it specifically for that. All right. MSU Detroit fan says Pat Stafford. Yeah, of course. And then Patty Grimes says, boo Stafford. We'll get into all of that for sure here very soon. I'm not going to boo Stafford, but yeah, we'll talk about it. Patty Grimes says, also, injury happens. What if Dallas would lose and Lions lost resting starters? Yeah, exactly. And so we're talking about the Lions resting their starters and if you agreed with Dan Campbell doing it or not. Yeah, I agree that we should not have rested the starters and that Dan Campbell was right. It could have happened any game. We were still playing for the number 2 seed. Philly lost. And yeah, what if Dallas happened to drop that game? Then we got the 2 seed. So you still got to play when you have something to play for. It looks bad on you as the coach. And the players wanted to play. They were angry after that Dallas loss, like you said. And they wanted to prove something. They felt like they still had stuff to clean up. I feel like they still do after that game. Need to clean up some things. But it was good to get more work in. Unfortunately, injuries did happen. But those could have happened all year long. They play 17 games. And we were fortunate to stay healthy for as long as we did. I wish that didn't happen, especially to Sam Laporta. Khalif Raymond also is a key contributor. But as long as we have a healthy O-line and they're able to block for Goff and pave the way for the running backs like they normally can, I feel confident with this offense to put up points against anybody. We missed other key guys during the season. Amon-Ra St. Brown missed a game, and we put up numbers. Sam Laporta has had games where he's kind of, been a ghost out there. Okay, I don't know what the heck happened there to my microphone, but yeah, sorry. But Sam Laporta's had games where he's kind of been a ghost out there. I think it's because it said ghost. I think there's a ghost in here. Anyways, and he's really just been used out there to block. He is a great run blocker, great pass blocker for a tight end and especially a rookie. But I think that with the guys that we got, we'll be okay to fill the void this game if Sam Laporta has to miss. We put those packages in with Dan Skipper. He can kind of be an extra blocker out there. Brock Wright, like I said, is trending on coming back. He's made some big plays for us in the past. And he's a good tight end. He can block. He's not a Sam Laporta, neither is James Mitchell in my eyes, but they can fill the void for the time being. Don't write those guys off. They're going to go out there and ball out. I have a feeling. But yeah, I think it's a much more risky to rest the starters and have them be rusty going into the playoffs. Because if they rested the starters and then we go in there and we start off slow or we, kind of crap the bed to start, then everybody's kind of like, oh, why didn't we play the starters last week? So, it's a lose-lose or a win-win, however you look at it. But all right. Patty Grimes says Lions fans would be mad if Campbell would rest the starters. Yeah, okay, I didn't see that. Otherwise, I would have acknowledged that right then and there. Hatter's House, Lions by 1,000,000. That's right. Love to see you in here. Rick Grit, we still had a shot at the second seed, and we had several guys real close to some performance bonuses. Yep, many of those bonuses were achieved. MCDC decided to start starters from a player's perspective. Yeah, and I like it. And to get Josh Reynolds, at least one of his incentives, was a great move by the coach. Shows a guy who's on a contract year that we still got love for you. Come back on a good contract for us, a player-friendly one, to where we can still use you. I know you want to be here, and Goff loves you as one of his weapons. You guys got chemistry. It kind of, is like, here, we got love for you. Come on back to us. We got you your bonus. But, yeah, good on the coaches to do that for Reynolds there and other players. But I agree with playing them and having them roll into the playoffs. Regardless of the injuries, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. And now, I think that we're confident moving in after this win, and confidence is key. Dan Campbell said, they were scarred for this. They're ready for this. They're ready. I don't know exactly the quote. I wish I had it right now because it was one for the ages. That guy just drops quote after quote after quote. But yeah, we could also without Khalif Raymond, I forgot to throw this in there, Donovan Peoples-Jones is going to be making much more of an impact this week, and he could be a returner for us too. He's done it in the past. But Donovan Peoples-Jones, time to step up. This is why we got you. J-Mo's back. Time to step it up. Let's do this, boys, because it is playoff time, and we got the Rams. Let's talk about it. We're here. We got the matchup. We all thought that we would. Actually, during the day when I was watching the games, I think San Fran was up big a little bit. So I was like, okay. Looks like we're playing the Packers because the Packers were looking like they were going to win. And I was prepared for that. And then the Rams held off the 49ers. They got the W with Carson Wentz. It was all written in the stars. Matthew Stafford is coming back to Detroit to play the Lions. But this is not about Stafford's homecoming. Yes, this is the first time he's coming back since he asked to leave. And remember that he asked to leave. But this is not his homecoming. Yes, he poured his heart out on the field and off the field for this city. But this is Goff's team now. Yes, Stafford was my favorite player when he played for Detroit. But this is Goff's team now. No, I will not boo Stafford. But yes, I will be rooting hard against him. Trust that. Every single time he gets the ball, I want him to get hit. I want him to get sacked. I want him to throw a pick. I want him to have the worst game possible of his career. And I want to send him packing so he's sitting on the couch the rest of the playoffs. This is more about Goff and his revenge game for the Lions fans, okay? This is about the Lions moving forward, burying their demons. I don't know why I said it that way. They're demons. This is not about Stafford, all right? And we see all the posts. Ban the Stafford jerseys. Don't wear Stafford jerseys. Kelly clapped back at that. I wish I didn't see that. Anyways, we don't necessarily have to go that far. I know a lot of people liked Stafford when he was here. You don't have to boo the man. But definitely we are not cheering for Stafford. This is not oh, well, look at that pass. That's Stafford. No, this is F you Stafford this game. This is all business, baby. I'm sorry. You can have your homecoming next year when you come and play us at home. I was going to talk the schedule, but this is playoff time. We can talk that after the season. But yes, the Lions play the Rams in Detroit next year. He can have his video, his welcome back then. This is the playoffs. We should not welcome him back right now. We got to be as ruthless as possible. Ford Field has got to be rocking. It's got to be nasty. It's got to be as loud and reckless as it can be this Sunday to affect the Rams as much as possible as we can. Get in Stafford's head. I know he said it's going to be fun for him to come back to Detroit and all this. We got to make it one of the worst days of his football life. I want to see what you guys have to say. I know people were already saying boo Stafford. I know that grid over, my colleague here. He said he's going to be booing the crap out of Stafford. When they announce his name, I won't boo him. But I am going to be rooting so hard against him the entire game. This is business. And I hope we bury him in the dirt. How you guys feeling? Rick says our offense does not depend on Sam Laporta. Our offense depends on which Jared Goff shows up. That's right. We just got to, protect the ball, protect Jared Goff, and we'll be okay. Zach J, what up? Zach J Stafford, who is that exactly? That's what I'm saying. We just talked about it. Now I'm moving on. I don't even care. He's another quarterback. I don't know. I know why there's all this whole talk about him, this narrative around him and Goff this week. It's a story. The media's running away with it. But we got to treat this like it's another quarterback coming into our house. And we got to bury him. We got to bury him. Casey, who has over 80 career interceptions in Ford Field? Matthew Stafford. Laugh out loud. Let's make him feel at home. Exactly. And, a lot of people are worried about the Puka Nacua Cooper Kupp duo who is coming at us this week. And it is a little concerning with the way that our secondary has been playing as of late and all year, really. But I think there's a formula to this. We just got to hit Stafford. We got to continue to play aggressive. We got to bring the house. We got to play the way that we have the last few weeks. I know we've given up big plays to big receivers, but we've still coming away with the win, and we've been able to stop each team enough to be able to win. I know the Dallas game we didn't actually win, but, we didn't hold CD in check at all, and we still put ourselves in position to win that game. We should have. I'm not even going to talk about it. We all know what happened. But I feel like we can still be very aggressive. They can still put up some numbers. We can bend. We just can't break. That's the key. This defense just can't break. And I think that they are going to have a game plan for this. I hope. AG, we need to see your best game plan possible this game right here because you're facing two of the top receivers in the NFL. And our secondary hasn't been looking that good. But like I said earlier, there's a package that I think that we can do that could help this out. Have C.J. Gardner-Johnson, Iffy, Kirby, and Branch all on the field at the same time. Maybe that can help out. I don't know. But there is a formula for this defense to shut down that offense or at least contain them enough for our offense to be able to do work. And that's getting to Stafford, putting him in the dirt, and letting him know we're coming all day, baby. That didn't sound good, but Hutch is going to be in your face all damn day. Defense is picking it up at the right time. I have not heard much about Houston. I haven't checked in on that today. We should know more today here. Probably right now. I probably broke while I'm talking. Or maybe tomorrow we'll know more. But it would be very nice to have Houston back. It's already nice to have C.J. Gardner-Johnson back. You can see that impact already happening. But if we can get Houston back and he can create some pass rush like he did at the end of the year last year, they better watch out. Because our boys have been playing much better as of late. I mean, to hold, CeeDee Lamb had a huge game against us in Dallas. But Dallas usually puts up 40 points. That was their average at home. And we held them to about half of that. Almost half. Like pretty much half. But, and then, Mullins and JJ, Justin Jefferson, they torched us once again. But we did enough to win, and they played well other than that. And I think as long as we continue to get pressure, force some turnovers, that's going to be key. I think we'll be fine on defense there. All right. Zach J says, I want to see Kelly Stafford sitting sad on the sidelines. Yeah. Yes. I want to see some tears. I'm sorry. Rick Grit, we need Kelly. Jesus. I saw the Kelly up top. Enough with the Kelly Stafford. We're done with it. Rick Grit, sorry. We need Khalif and Kirby. Need to swap numbers, and we need to put CJ in number 15 just for this game. Maybe he'll forget where he's at and see Tate and Marvin. Joking, of course. Yes, I know. Yeah, because he would be used to seeing his boys. He'd be like, oh, dude. It's just, maybe muscle memory. I would love to see that. But they're not going to do that. But I know it's a joke, but that would be hilarious to see. And who knows? It could have worked. It could work. Easy Lions Minute agrees with you, says that is awesome. And I think that would be hilarious and awesome at the same time. Stafford, it might confuse him. It actually might work. Casey, Puka Nakua, New Year's Day after drinking all night. Puka Nakua. New Year's Day after drinking all night, eating too much BBQ, then drinking black coffee for breakfast. That is hilarious. That is really funny. Never heard that one. Zach J, need to contain Cooper Kupp and Puka to win this game. And I think that they're going to get some yards. It's going to happen. It's inevitable. That's, but like I said, bend don't break. We'll be okay. As long as we're going to have to contain them because they're going to get a little bit. But the key is to contain them. I know a lot of people are saying make them pass the ball or make them run the ball. But their run game is pretty good too. Their running back is the third running back overall in the NFC or maybe the NFL. I'm not sure about that 100%, so don't quote me on that. But I know he's third in either the NFC or the NFL. And they're pretty good. So it's not going to be that easy just to be like, okay, let's make them run the ball. Because they have a good running attack. Yes. And yes, our defense, our strength is our run defense. So it's going to be a battle down there in the trenches, and I'm excited to see it. I think that we can contain their run game. We've done this to good running backs this year already. So that can be a key to shutting down, the threat of their play action is also going to be key on this defense, but it's going to be tough. This game is not going to be easy. I do see our offense having to put up some big numbers to win this game, but I think that we do win this game. And we'll get to the predictions here in a little bit. You can put your prediction if you got it right now. You can put your score prediction. You can go ahead. I'll get mine there here in a little bit. Easy Lions minute, says Patty. Then we are in the same position with healthy players, at least Laporta, Saint. Yeah, I don't know where that came from, who you're responding to. Sometimes I don't see all the comments, which is frustrating. I don't know why that happens. All right. Rick says, our entire secondary should be wearing numbers from former Lions receivers. Yeah, that would be that'd be a psychology game right there. I don't know how Stafford would react to that. I mean, I think he would chuckle, but who knows? It could work. It really could work. He could get some flashbacks and be like, oh, Tate, Calvin. Oh, I don't know. But I'm with it. That's hilarious. Easy Lions minute. Zach, that rushing game is tough too. I want to see CJ and Iffy at the same time more, not just rotating between the two. I agree. I would love to see, like I said, I want to see a package. I don't know if it will work. This is just me, spouting out of my mouth. But I would love to see it where they have Gardner Johnson, Iffy, Kirby Joseph, and Brian Branch all out there at the same time. Branch can play that outside linebacker, and so could C.J. Gardner-Johnson, and just blitz the QB or put him on a tight end. Just some more protection there, right there. But I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Easy Lion Minute says, Rick, you give Iffy 81. He said he might see an 8 on Kirby, 31 on 8's. Oh, yeah, that's true. He could see an 8 on the 31. Maybe he throws it to him. I don't know. I do expect Stafford to throw a pick or two this game. I hope that he throws like 4 or 5. That would be amazing. But regardless, we need this place rocking. We need to get into his head, get to Stafford, force him to make mistakes because we cannot let him get comfortable in Detroit at all. But yes, what are your guys' predictions? I see one in here already. John Peterson says 31-24 Lions. That's what I like to see. Easy Lions Minute says, Nick, we're all just spouting the love of the game. Yeah, this is a fan-run account right here. I'm just a fan with you guys, of course. That's why we're here. We love to spout off. This is the love for the Lions and the love for the game. You're right. But we're here in the playoffs, baby, and it's wild card weekend. And I got us winning. I have us winning in a barnstormer, a shootout, 38-30, and moving on to the divisional round. That's just how I see it. It's going to be a big-time scoring game. Our defense is going to do just enough. We're going to win by 8. And Goff's going to say, suck it, McVay, yeah. I'm just kidding. I'm not kidding. I hope he says that. I hope he goes up to him afterwards and says, suck it. All right. Anyways, here's the playoff picture. Of course, Lions got the Rams. Green Bay is going to Dallas, and Philly is going to Tampa Bay with the Niners getting the bye. Niners did lose. Of course, they probably would have played a little bit harder if we would have beat Dallas, but it is unfortunate to know that if we would have won and things would have played out the way that they did, that I'm talking about if we would have won in Dallas, that we would have had the 1 seed. But shoulda, coulda, woulda, who cares? We are where we are, and let's take care of business. We got to beat the Rams. But I would like to see, as much as I hate the Packers and Dallas, I know a lot of people want to see Dallas again, but I would rather see the Packers win. So then they go to San Francisco, and then we're hosting another playoff game if, of course, we take care of business against the Rams. And that's what we got to do. We're going to have to take care of business against the Rams first. And our run game is going to have to be on point. I would like to see Ben Johnson run the ball a little bit more. I think last game we could have really pounded away with Montgomery against Minnesota. I know they were kind of stuffing Gibbs, but we shouldn't shy away from our strength. Our offensive line are some beasts. They kind of, against Dallas, we're playing soft. I want to see them step it up here in the playoffs. They need to big time. Get mean, get gritty. That's what we're all about. But run the ball a little bit more. Control that clock. Don't get too cute, as they like to say, because that can cost us. I know he does like to dial up some good tricky plays, some genius-like plays is what they like to call it. But I'd like to see him run the ball a little bit more and just control that clock, control that line of scrimmage, and control the game. I think that's when we're at our best. And then we do our play action, pop one over the top, easy touchdown, baby. But yeah, I see Amon-Ra St. Brown having another huge game. He is mad about getting snubbed from the Pro Bowl. I think that he deserved to be there. He said, I don't know any other. He goes, I don't know many wide receivers or any that get 1,500 yards and 10 touchdowns in a season and don't make the Pro Bowl. He's going to have to look that up. And he's right. And then to add to that, he's also the Yak King. He led the NFL in yards after catch with 677. So, I mean, just another snub. So I hope that he gets all pro. He deserves it. He puts in the work. The guy is top tier, an elite receiver in the NFL. Give Amon-Ra his flowers, but I am, I'm not happy that he got snubbed, but I'm excited to see what kind of player we get in the playoffs after this. You already saw what he did against Minnesota. Now that it's, win or go home, this guy is just going to go crazy. I have a feeling he's going to have an even bigger day against the Rams than he did against Minnesota, which is crazy to say because he had a huge day. But I see the sun god going absolutely insane this game. I see it. All right. Here we go. I see some more comments over here. Easy Lionsman, it says, oh yeah, he already said, we're spouting off at the mouth. Rick Grit, we all know there is two sides to Matthew Stafford. No telling which one will show up. Just saying, yeah, he could either be absolutely horrible, which I hope that's the Stafford that we get. I'm going to pray every night that we get that Stafford. Or he could absolutely torch us. But at the same time, our offense is just going to have to be ready for that. Defense, I hope, shows up. I hope the defense shuts him down. I hope that he has the worst game of his life. But our offense has to be prepared to go into a shootout. And I think Ben Johnson will be. Leave it all on the line. You never know if we get to the next week. So we have to pull out all the stops. All the trick plays. Hopefully we're winning big and we won't need to, show too much. But we need to give it a go. Give it our all. And I know that they will. We got some vets in there who've been there before. We got Goff, CJ Gardner-Johnson. Those guys have both been to a Super Bowl, which is huge. So they need to get these guys prepared mentally. Just win. That's all I'm asking on Sunday. This game is so important. Please win. For the love of God. I'm begging you. Win this game on Sunday. And this season is a success. But I want more. I want the Super Bowl. The season isn't a failure if they lose. It's just very disappointing. I'll probably cry for a week. I'll go in a hole. I'm just kidding. But I'll be very, very mad. But that's not happening. It's not happening. We're winning this game on Sunday night. The Lions come out at night, and we're dangerous in the dark, especially at home. So I hope that they show up, and I hope Ben Johnson and AG bring their A game because these guys also are a hot commodity to get a head coaching job this offseason. I'm not going to talk too much about it. We're going to talk about this season. We're in this season still. It's the postseason, but we're in it. We're in the tournament, baby. we got a chance to win the Super Bowl. But I'm just going to touch on it real quick with these guys auditioning to be a head coach. They're going to have to bring out their best game. They're going to have to show, hey, this is why you want me. So, yeah, I think that they do both call good games. They're going to want to prove to these other teams, if they want to leave the Lions, that is, that they have what it takes. Now, I know they'd be head coaches, but this is an audition at the same time. So go out there, give us your best game, coordinators, and let's win this game. I see some more comments coming over here. Win says, hi, good to see you in here, Win. Better late than never. Did you see St. Brown's blue hair? Yes, I did. I already had it up here. Check it out. Boom. How do you feel about it, Win? How do you feel about it? I like the passion. I like it. Some people calling it childish. Some people don't like it. I just think it shows that he's got love for this team and the city, and he can't wait for the playoffs just like me. He's probably he's definitely more ready. I'm not a player. I'm not out there. But us fans have been waiting a long time for this, and I cannot wait to see Ford Field rocking. If you're going to the game, lose your voice to this one. This is the one to go absolutely nuts. We needed to be a madhouse in there, just like Amon-Ra's hair. Let's go. Let's go. All righty, here we go. I see some more. Win says he looks like OBJ. It is kind of an OBJ move. All right, easy Lions minute. We got this. JMO time. I agree. JMO's gonna have a big game. This is JMO's time to shine. I think we've been saving it. He's been building up confidence. Goff's got more confidence in him. Yes, he missed the last game. That's okay. It was more of a precaution because now he's ready to go. And I think, it's time to really unleash JMO. I think Amon-Ra's going to have a big game, but I think JMO is our secret weapon in this game. Easy Lions Minute also said Stafford Claus is coming to town and handing out pick sixes. I would love to see that. Branch get a pick six. CJ Gardner-Johnson with a pick six. Everybody. Let's get Cam Sutton one. Iffy. Might as well throw Hutch one. Let's go. All right. Rick Grit. He could put on a 40 spot on us, or he could give us a free 21. Scary part is they can both happen in the same game. Hey, if he's giving us 21, I trust our offense to also put up 21. So that's 41, and we're winning 41-40 right there, okay? All right. But I got us at 38-30. I have us at 38-30. Lady Lion 20 says Lions 34-21. Love it. Love to see that. Yes, that's a little bit more comfortable of a win, and that's what I would like. That's what I would like. Easy Lions Minute. Not wrong on that. Rick talking about Stafford putting up numbers on both ways, negative and positive. Easy Lions Minute also says, without Laporta and Khalif, I think JMO should get 10 targets. Hey, that's not a bad idea, especially, with what he can do after the catch. Just work him in. I know that they love to do the end around with him. Get him some screens, but get him some crossing routes. Get him running away from the guys so he can really go and burn them, and then take a few deep shots with him. Goff had a nice pass to him a few games ago. Hit him in stride. I think, Rick, we disagreed on that, but you said he didn't quite hit him in stride and that JMO had to slow down. I think that it was a good pass by Goff. But then you saw last game, and I forget who the pass was to. I think it was Leaf or maybe it was Amon-Ra. I'm not sure, but he aired one out there, and it was a bomb. And that is the type of pass we need to throw up to JMO, because JMO will go and get it. That was out of the reach for whoever he passed it to right there. I forget exactly who it was, but he had some distance on that and showed some strength. You put that one up for JMO. JMO's going to burn everybody, and he will go and run that down and catch it. But I do see a big game from JMO coming in here. John Peterson says, let's talk draft. Come on now. I see the laugh. I know you're joking. We'll talk draft here after we win the Super Bowl, baby. Yeah, let's go. Let's go. We're going to win that thing. Win says laugh. Yeah, you know what he says. They say. Lady Lion team will win for Jared. I think so. I think that they understand how important this is, not only for the franchise, for the city, for them themselves, to move on and rewrite history for this Lions team. But this is also very important for Jared. As much as he does not want to say it and he doesn't want to, bring it up, everybody knows how important this is for Jared Goff, and the boys are going to go out and put their bodies on the line for him. Best believe they're going to do everything in their power to win this for Goff. And they should already be doing that just to win. But there's extra incentive there, 100%. Rick says, that's 42. Oh, you said Stafford putting up 40. And I don't know. I don't even know. I don't know what I said. Oh, yeah. 21, and then I said 21 from our offense. That's 42. My goodness. Sorry. My math skills obviously aren't there. I was thinking 20 and 21. I don't know what I was thinking. I'm just thinking get the win. That's what I'm thinking. But, yeah, way to call me out. I need to be called out. Thank you, Rick. Win. Stafford is going to need a hearing aid. Yes, we need to get loud. I loved how we were able to affect the Vikings a little bit this last game. They had a few delay of games because of our crowd. The center couldn't hear Mullins. Mullins was screaming, clapping. They didn't get the snap off. That was because of the crowd. We need that times 10 on Sunday night, and I think it's going to happen. It's going to be insane. It's going to be insane. Zach says, no Badgley missed a field goal. Oh, yeah, talking about the 41-40. Thank you for having my back there, Zach. Yeah, I mean, Badgley, come on, kid. We need you to come through this game. No missed field goals, no missed extra points. We need you to be solid this game. But that's funny. Thanks for having my back there, Zach. We need to get C done. He's a kicker. Okay. I don't think they're going to make the move this week. But, we're going to have to go with what we got. We're going to have to go with what we got. Badgley, you better be ready. Get that mental game ready. Let's go. Zan, what's up? 100%. Give me a Super Bowl parade, then Super Bowl parade part 2 at the draft in Detroit, and I'll never need another one. I'm with you. We are set up this year to make a run, and we're here. It's any given Sunday. A lot of people out there are like, oh, I'll be happy with one win. Or, I'm happy already. We made the playoffs. No, we're here. Why not this year? I feel like we have the team that can do it. When we're playing at our best, we can battle with anybody. This team is resilient. The defense is starting to ramp up. If we can get past the Rams, we should have some more guys coming back. I don't know if Laporta plays this week, but if he doesn't, he should be back next week. I hope James Houston's there this week, but if he's not, he should be there next week. But we don't know if we have a next week. So let's take care of business this week first. But all I'm saying is, don't give up hope, Detroit. Don't give up hope, Lions fans. Why not this year? We can do it. This can be our year. And if it happens, I'm with you. I want about 20 more. I want to be a dynasty. I want to win this year. I want to win next year. I want to win 5 years in a row. But I will be happy if we can pull it off this year for the rest of my life. Rick Grit, the DB caught up. The DB shouldn't have caught up. Should have been a TD. Talking about JMO. Okay, I had to think about that for a second. All right. Fair enough. Still, a much more impressive pass from Goff to JMO than in the past. He gave him a fighting chance. I get you, though. I get you. Easy Lions minute. Can't until next year and every year after that. Talking to Zan. For sure. Zan. Until next year and every year after that. For sure. Win. It's going to be 170 at Ford Field. Talking about the decibel level. Yeah, it's going to be insane. People, you might want to bring in some earplugs. Zan says, nah, dude, I've been at this for 16 years. Just give me one. I'll cherish it. Oh, man, people been at this for much longer, Zan, and we all want it. But I get you. We've been begging for a long, long time, and we're hungry for it. We want this more than I think any. I don't care what any other fan base says out there. We want this more. I know you guys. You know me. We know each other. We want this bad. Give it to us, and then you can treat us bad. I don't care about a ref call after this. We need this Super Bowl. Easy Lions minute. Rick not wrong, but still a nice throw with Parsons laying the wood on Goff. Yes, definitely. Easy Lion minute says Zan, fair enough. Okay. Zach J, do you remember an old clay figure show called Celebrity Deathmatch? Yes, I do. We need an old school Dan Campbell versus Sean McVay Celebrity Deathmatch. Man, could only imagine that Dan Campbell would just rip him apart, and it would be amazing to watch. But yeah, that would be hilarious. I would love to see that. Win. Gotta go. See you next week. Hopefully talking about a Lions win, and we're in the divisional round. But thank you for coming in. As always, Win. Easy Lions minute. Zach, that would be sweet. Stafford and Goff tag in, and some sideshow with Kelly taking the attention. Talking about Celebrity Deathmatch. This is funny. Now we're on to other stuff. That's hilarious, though. But I would love to see it. Somebody needs to make that happen. If there's a creator out there who's a Detroit Lions fan who can make that kind of animation happen, let's see it. But then give all the credit over here to Zach. All right. Zach says Easy. That would be awesome. Yes. Zach and Easy. You guys are both putting the ideas out there. Rick, y'all completely missed my point, but I guess not allowed to say anything that might be considered negative against Goff. Hey, no, I saw your point. Or maybe I didn't. Say your point again. I see what you're saying is that J-Mo could have gotten a touchdown there, and yes, it would have been better by far because, 7 points or 6, who knows what Badgley does, is better than 3 because I think we only got 3 out of that drive. So I see your point. I'm just saying compare it. And yeah, I know it was, I see it. I don't care. Say your negative stuff against Goff. I was a Goff hater for the first year he was here. He proved me wrong. I think that he's doing much better. And that's what I'm saying. I think that it was a much improved pass from what we've seen in the past. Maybe J-Mo has to stop and try and go up for it in the previous games, but it's looking like his arm strength somehow is getting better as the season's going on, which is good. Just like in the last game, he did overthrow somebody, but that's the type of ball we needed, J-Mo. Their connection is just getting stronger. Their timing's getting more on point, is all I'm saying. There's the positive there. I see the negative side of it. I'm with you. We can agree to disagree. You can be negative against Goff all you want here. I'm not a Goff stan by any means. I do ride with my quarterback. Don't get me wrong. Goff is our dude. And I'm going to continue to support him as long as he's our dude. And I think that he's probably deserved an extension. But I'm not saying I'm welcoming Goff negativity. But I'm not going to get mad at you if you have something to say negative against Goff. It's everybody's opinion. I see what you're saying, Rick. I see it, Grit. I see it, okay? But I still think that their connection's getting stronger is all I'm saying. All right, Zan. Oh, I know. I was 5 when I went to my first game. Can't get much earlier for me. For sure. Hey, that's good. That's what's up. Rick says timing issues can just as easily be on the wide receiver and the QB. You put it on Goff, not me. Okay, yeah, all right. But I was trying to be positive. Okay. Whatever. We're going to move on. It was a good pass. It was a good catch. It was a big play. Could have been, should have been a touchdown, but still, love to see the chemistry getting stronger here with Goff and J-Mo. Easy Lions minute. Rick, I get your point for sure, but better than the 10-yard underthrows. Not perfect, but at least it's a completion. That was my point there, too. All righty. We are at the hour point, and my goodness, it's playoff time. We're here. I'm excited. I cannot wait for Sunday night. I pray to God we get this win. We need this win. The city of Detroit needs this win. Lions fans been suffering too long. We need this win. Let's go and do this. And I think that we will. I'll be back here next Tuesday, like every Tuesday, 5 p.m. Detroit time, 4 p.m. Central, 2 p.m. West Coast. And I hope to be talking about another Lions victory, celebrating Victory Tuesday, and moving on to the divisional round. But until then, everybody, it's been a fun episode. Let's go Lions. Let's get this playoff W in Ford Field. Peace.
Touchdown Detroit Lions.